In this video, let's continue and solve another mixture problem. This one is going to be of the where we would mix two different accounts to make one investment. So here is another example for the mixture problems. So in this one, let's suppose that we have to invest $10,000 into two accounts, and the first one pays 4% interest annually, and the other pays 3% interest annually. If we want to have 375 in annual interest, how much do we invest into each? And this involves mixing of two different money accounts. So here's the first account, here's the second account, and the total is our grand result. So let's say the first box represents the 4% account, the second box represents the 3% account, and this is our total interest. So the interest, how much interest will we make off of the 4%? Well, it's 4%, and percent means divide by 100. So 4% really means 0.04. So it's 0.04 times however much money we invested into it. And here we're going to get 0.03 times however much money we put into it. But we don't know, so we call it X. And we don't know, so we call it Y. We use two different letters because we don't know if the amounts are going to be the same or different. So just to be sure, we have two different names. And so the interest from the 4% account is in the first box. The interest from the second account is in the second box. And the total interest is in the box to the right. And the total interest we know is 375. So 375 goes into that box. This gives us the first equation. And the first equation is 0.04x plus 0.03y is 375. We need as many equations as unknowns, which means we are missing one more equation. And to find it, we know that the two amounts that we have, the amounts we put into the x, into the 4%, and the amount we put into the 3%, the total has to be equal to 10,000. So using that information, we know that x plus y should be equal to 10,000. And this is our system of equations, and we can solve it whichever way makes it easier for us. Some people prefer to not have the decimals, so to move the decimal over once we multiply it by 10, to move it over twice we multiply it by 100. So if we multiply the first equation all the way through by 100, the decimals will shift, and we get 4x plus 3y is 375 with two zeros at the end. So 37,500. Now the second equation is unchanged, and we could use either substitution or elimination or some technology if we wish. Let's use elimination. So to cancel the y, let's say to cancel the y, we need to have the same number in front of it with opposite signs. So the 3 is already positive. Let's make -3 for the y on the second equation, and that would allow us to cancel it. So multiplying all the way through by -3, we'll get, so here is the first equation, we'll copy it over because it's not changing. So 4x plus 3y is 37,500. That's unchanged. The second equation becomes -3x minus 3y is negative 30,000. Now if we add them using addition or elimination method, the y's cancel off and we get 4x minus 3x, that's 1x, equals 37,500 minus 30,000, that's 7,500. And so that tells us that this x here is 7,500. So we invested 7,500 into the 4% account. Since the total is 10,000, how much is left over? Well, there is only 2,500 left over to make 10. So we know now that we have put in 2,500 into the account that pays 3%. So our final answer is we invest 7,500 into the 4% account and invest 2,500 into the 3% account. And that should make our total interest of 375. We can check it by substituting our answers into our original question here. We already know that x plus y do make 10,000, so we check that because these together is 10,000. All we need to check is does the first equation work? And so substituting those answers in, let's do it here on the side just to see. So here is our 0.04 times what we think the answer is, which is 7,500, plus 0.03 times 2,500. Does that come out to be equal to 375, which is our interest? So here with a calculator we check that. So we type in 0.04 times 7,500 plus 0.03 times 2,500, and the answer is 375, just like we were supposed to get. So this shows that we have found the correct answer to our mixture problem. And that's it for this one. Thanks a lot for your time. Take care.